Oregon used to be all wilderness. We've civilized it with roads and cities and freeways and all of that. And there are just these little gaps left, little pockets. And they're special and they're precious. To really talk to them, you need to meet them on their terms. And that means walking or skiing the extra mile. We'll start here at Dutchman Flat, head up sort of on this trail that isn't very well marked here. I'm Bill Sullivan, fifth generation Oregonian, and I grew up in Salem. Then we hit the wilderness boundary right about here, and at that point, this is the 9th year that the four of us have done these ski trips, and yeah, you're always a little bit nervous. Our goal is to get up there somewhere between Broken Top and Ball Butte, right in the crater of Broken Top. If we can camp up there, it will be over 8,000 feet. Well, we're looking at a 3 or 4 day trip here. We got more than 9 miles to do this first day. And then if we can do it, we want to ski 11 miles all the way around Broken Top. Broken Top is an exploded volcano with 4 different summits, and there's craters in different sides that glaciers have carved out. Talbot is an old ski instructor, and so he can show us how to do the telemark turns. Tony's a doctor, and Alan is an all-around nice guy. Me, I write stories about the outdoors. The only way I could imagine doing a television story up here in the mountains was if we could haul some of the gear in with dogs. So they were good enough to haul a lot of our gear up here today, and they'll haul a lot of it out. Well, these clouds started rolling in last night. It's been beautiful weather for 2 weeks, and then suddenly, wham. But that's, hey, that's winter in the mountains up here. For 50 miles, there is no one, and probably no one's been there for weeks. Somewhere out there is the crater of Broken Top. We'd better find it because that dog sled has left our gear up there. And if we don't find it, we've got to get all the way out of here because you can't camp up there without that gear.
We can't see anything. We can't see where we're going, but we can still figure out the compass bearing to follow. We can put the compass right along the route. All we have to know is where we're starting from and where we want to go on the map.
Aha! Dogsled's left our gear here. It could be base camp. What's on the other side?
I don't know.
I think it must be the lake and the crater of Broken Top. Good enough for me.
All right.
This could be home sweet home for the next 3 nights.
Yeah, baby.
This is the crater of Broken Top, but you sure can't tell in this whiteout. But we're on a moraine looking at a frozen lake, so we're not expecting to find the Bahamas down here, but we don't need it. We just need a place where we can dig out a hole for our tent and get out of the wind a little bit.
This first day of a trip is also the transition where you leave behind your city thoughts, and they're still lingering with you as you start out on the trail, and then they fall away little by little until you're really concentrating on the experience and you learn to really accept it for what it is.
Unbelievable. It blew all night so hard that we thought we were going to die.
Bill opened the tent window. He's always up before I am, and saw a Broken Top out there before me and the blue sky behind. It's really exciting.
And instead of going through this pass, thinking of going through this one over here, it's right next to the Bend Glacier, so we don't want to hit some crevasse there. Yeah, I gotta admit I'm a little bit nervous about this one. Look at the size of this mountain. There shouldn't be any avalanche danger today, but you're just so darn far from civilization. That makes it exciting, but it also means we're going to be trusting on our equipment and our group.
Beautiful.
Well, how's it look? Is it possible? Oh.
This is where your blood pressure goes up a little bit.
There aren't any cliffs, so this is skiable terrain. It's just really icy. And so the problem will be falling. Here goes nothing, guys. Whoa, it's really icy.
There's I suppose, a special moment here when we drop off this side of the mountain, because there's a sense that we're going into some place that's more remote. We do need to be careful. Help is farther away, people are farther away.
Whoa, ice!
There's no dog sleds over here, no snowmobiles. But, you know, that's a good thing. That's what we like, that feeling that for a few hours here the mountains are all ours.
Think the scariest part's over, or may yet be to come?
I guess adventure is when you willingly take on something new, something that might be frightening but involves some kind of growth at the same time. I guess I'd say that's different from just an ordeal when you just get into trouble and have to survive.
I always tell myself I'm going to get in better shape than I was last year, but somehow it never quite happens.
On a trip like this, you wind up building up some strength, some confidence, but also you pick up that inner reserve of peace that is so important when you get back to the hectic life down in those busy cities with your regular job. You need that to face the troubles down there. Now that's a nice telemark snow. We've still got a couple miles to go, and we're starting to get really, really tired.
7,090 feet.
7090?
709.
We've got to get to 8090. So we've got 1,000 feet to gain.
Yeah, and it's 4:30. So we got to keep up the same pace
Yeah, at
for the
least.
next hour.
The empty light is blinking more and more frequently here. The last third has been fairly tiring, and I'm slowly but surely running out of gas. Only got about an hour more to go. Of course, it always looks closer than it really is.
Yeah. Oh boy. You know, on this trip, we didn't conquer a mountain. We didn't conquer Broken Top. You can't conquer mountains. If anything, you can conquer barriers within yourself. And that's why I love these kinds of trips, is that you can get to know people in a deeper way.
This is a big adventure, but it's also a kind of thing that's been really incorporated into how we see ourselves, and in a way it's kind of like coming home. Even though seems like a hostile environment, it's one that we've learned to be very comfortable in.
It's just incredible. Just being out here, seeing these mountains around, it's like the biggest church in the world for me.